All right. I realized I feel like Santa and his sleigh clicking to get these other things live on Instagram, on Facebook, on YouTube. So there we go. Prep work here. Oh, that banner. Let me see. I made, yeah. You see this and I'll leave questions or comments. I'll look at them after this this ramble thing I do. So let me get my timer. I'm a little off kilter today, but we'll get into it. We will, let's see, open clock. I love Siri for when my brain freezes. It's still frozen. All right, here we go. So I'm prepping. Those are live. Goro Rivera's on. What's up? Let's see. All right, but ready. Let's ramble.
Bebop.
All right, this is Artist Bebop, the weekly ramble, where I take a timer, set it for 22 minutes, and ramble artistic thoughts as I listen to coughing in my house. Yeah, I got sick kiddos, so I was kind of thankful that I was about to do the nightly musing, and those are more focused. I pick a topic, and I was sitting here sweating, thinking, what, what, what meaningful thing can I say? It's not like I'm swinging for deep meaning. It's just I don't know. I think it's a good exercise, and I like the results I'm getting from it. I've got another dual ramble coming up with another artist in the works, so that's exciting. But yeah, there's nothing like sick kids to show me where my priorities are. It'll be okay, but I don't know. It just makes me nervous. That's all. It's yeah. Okay, so obviously dealing with that. But I got some early studio time in today. I just flipped my schedule some. Was able to do that. I've been I don't know, it looks like wrestling's the flavor suddenly. Wrestling and baseball. I don't, no shockers here. But but yeah, I yeah, celebrated a birthday this week. That was cool. Much lots of love and grateful to be here. Grateful every day I get to wake up and do all the things that I love. So it was good. And then, yeah, yeah, studio's been, I don't know, it feels spastic, like in a good way. It's very funny the different frequencies that the studio space can have because it's, I don't know, sometimes I'm working things out in that paint. And then sometimes it just feels like hanging out. It's more peaceful. Those are the two dominants. Mainly peaceful. Mainly like I don't know. I think about my friend years ago during my nightlife. Like I worked as a photographer, and this was uh, his company, and so we spent a lot of time together. And he would say, "It's like I've never heard you say I need a drink." and it's not like especially back then, it's not like I didn't drink, but I never needed to drink. It's just they were free. But but I never I was like, "Yeah, you're right," because I think I have this other outlet. I have expression. I work on my projects and my art, and so I don't ever like, if I feel stressed, I know that I can go to that thing. But it's also beautiful because if I feel happy, I can also go to that thing. If I feel, I can go to that thing, and then I feel I don't feel that way. I don't ever feel bored. And I guess really it's not limited to the paint studio, it's just working on my projects. Even these videos, thinking about these live streams, and I've been listening more to other people, talk about, I guess, content making, and I get that really got me thinking just before this, Lewis Howes? Yeah, um, was talking about knowing why you're making stuff, which is funny because then he talked about his thing with Rick Rubin and how Rick Rubin, super producer, said that the thing is to make it, and that's my approach in the studio is to make it and not worry about anything else except, making it, "Do I like this?" And then moving on from it, and it's been the same with this stuff. When I when I think of the early videos, it's just funny, but to see its evolution to have a banner across my screen, to feel better about just the thing in general as an extension of all of the other things. It feels good, feels right. The coughing has subsided. My my energy's divided. Man, that was another thing I was listening to was, how much of your personal space do you share? And yeah, I think it was Ashton Barker's said, "You talk about your kids a lot." I'm like, "I feel like I talk about them too much." But I guess there's a limit to that. I can't help it because it's now part of the biggest part of my identity, and, which is strange because for so long it wasn't. It was artists. And I love my family, not that they weren't important, but it's different, it hits differently than balancing everything, and the inspiration that comes from that. I remember, when my first was born, somebody yeah, I would post my pictures of, what I was working on at that time, and he said, "I can see you channeling that child." And it was so true, like, suddenly things got much happier, and then yeah, I think it's remained there for the most I don't know. I could be wrong, but, um, that's what it feels like, at least. I think creativity has always felt like that. I remember this was a long time ago, right? I had a show where, we were set to be at this venue, and I had explained what they were pho photographs, and I had explained, "This is what we're going to do." And so the series was, um, people in gas masks, and and it was just all these crazy little scenes, and it was, um, I don't know, not inspired by 9/11 type media, like, post that, where they would talk about, mm, taping up your doors in case of a chemical attack, and it was very I didn't realize, like, how like, during COVID, I was like, "Wow, that maybe I was channeling some weird future." But, but I remember doing that, and, our show got pulled. They said, We're not showing this." And, I almost quit art over that because I felt like I did it wrong, but then, I got a $7,500 grant because of those images, and I never listened to anyone again. My point in bringing those images up was that staying true to the ramble here and my tangents, but my point in bringing up the images is that, um, I guess they were scary looking, but making those was nothing but fun. 'Cause we especially I used, my friends and family as models. One of my favorite images is my 2 uncles, and, so I was playing with the taping of the doors, and I was like, what if there was new segments that told you that you should plastic wrap your family? And so we got, some of the big plastic wrap, and you it was absurd. But, they were nothing they were humorous to me, but, I realized, at that time that maybe my humor was different. I think I always knew that, but honestly, just making them, I didn't, I don't know, I didn't think anything of them, but I was also much younger, so that angry young man energy, not always, uh not always appreciated, I guess, but, you know, I don't know. I'm glad I mellowed out, I guess. I don't know. I don't control these things. Life life does. So, man, I'm so relieved that, I didn't have to do a focus talk pick today. Yeah, so I've been doing the nightly musings, and they're cool. They're like journals. I guess I was thinking about that, how, really people wrote books, write books still, but the initial idea of a book is that, you know, I live here, and I'm gonna narrate this thing and put it out into the world. But now I mean, there's still books, and reading is a different, totally a different muscle, and I love it. I don't get to do as much of it as I want, and that's why I appreciate content, and I guess that's why I make content. But building further on that, that connection is weird. That, um, because to me, the nightly musing, to bring it back, um, it's about I mean, it's a journal, and it's a journal of thoughts, and it's I don't know. That was like a weird moment, being, a literature major. That's, my silly degrees. Yeah, I got all these silly degrees, and then, I paint wrestlers for a living. My parents are very confused, but they claim they still love me. So, I believe them, clearly. Really, they've, endured me this long, and, yeah, it's good. It's good to be loved. the way only parents can. Man, but yeah, I don't know. It was a hectic week, I guess. I mean, yeah, that was the most tired I've been on my birthday. My children decided since it was my birthday that we'd go to the park, so relaxing. So relaxing watching 3 kids, um, but I don't know. I always get ideas from them, so it's good. It's good compensation. Yeah, especially when, watching young minds create reminds you, chill out. So yeah, but, oh yeah, alright, there's peace in the house, I think. It's so funny. And I'm really proud of, my banner here. I'm really proud of a lot of things. But yeah, what else have I been working on? I've had some commissions going strong. I've got some mail I need to do, but yeah, I don't know, I got all these smaller canvas, like 8 by 10 and, 6 by 8. I had some 8 by 8. Very exciting. This is the type of thing that, just scintillating. Um, yeah. Yeah, I was looking at the guy's work. I've seen his work before. I think it's Pop Fly Shop. Asked about coming on, the Dual Ramble, and, I'm excited to hear more about it. There's, I didn't even reach out. I have all these thoughts, and then the execution's not always there. And, there's the wrestling magazine that's gonna come out with wrestling-themed artist work. I think that would be a good one, and, if you're listening and you know somebody, throw 'em my way. I think it's always cool to, what comes of those. But, yeah. Yeah, I think I've done, like, 28 of those dual ones, so, one repeat guest. That's how it started, actually, or kind of, you know, and I think it's neat that something can be dormant. Just a little poke will, wake it up. It's good stuff. Yeah, I got these, alright, put it under strange purchases, but so these, insulators used to go on electric poles, but I don't know, I was thinking of painting on them. I got some Posca markers. I think, I don't know, I think they can make baseball players. We'll see. I got, 'cause I know my friend had been working with those, and she was drawing on glass and doing cool stuff. So, I wanna be like Cindy Shepherd, and it'd be good. It'd be different. See, what else do I don't have any more around here, but yeah, I do. There's the blue ones. Those seem sad to cover up that blue, but I've always seen these. I had a girlfriend whose grandmother would, collect these 'cause, but yeah, I bought I got it really cheap, but I have, like, 96 of them now. So, yeah, and in the ad, it said, 'cause there's, like, some of them are cracked, and, they can be used for art, and but I've seen people make, lamps out of them, so I don't know. I'm gonna play. That's, the good thing about those projects for me is, like, those won't just sit there. Something will happen. I'll try it, and maybe it'll work. Yeah, yeah. It's that, thinking outside the box thing. Never been a problem, but, well, it has been a problem in the sense that, I often was not doing what I was supposed to be doing. I think about school that way. Was not, um I was working on everything but the assignment generally, and then I knew the minimum amount I had to do to pass the grade. Now there were subjects I was stronger in and I did well, but yeah, and then the gift of liberal arts college was that your grades were largely contingent on writing. I was like, "Well, yeah, I could do that." So, yeah. Still thinking about that book thing. I think that's odd. That's all that was. It was like some, you know, man learns to write, then man has ideas, and man is talking about it, but the people next to him maybe aren't hearing it enough. And so, you know, humans started to put these into the world. It's like these little broadcasts and podcasts and videos of people being kicked in the groin. It's all fair play. That reminds me of that Simpsons episode where there's a Homer's judging the film thing, and Barney does this very vulnerable thing on being an alcoholic. He awards it to groin to football, or football to groin. And I'd argue that in my art career, I've had many moments where I felt like Barney's film. And but over time, you learn to appreciate the absurdity of that. So again, not taking oneself too seriously. But yeah, I guess the other thing that stuck with me in that thing was knowing your purpose for making things. I think that's true of creativity in general, knowing narrative. And yeah, all of this is an extension of that. I think plenty in the studio, but it's nice to say them out loud and um, anything resonates. Right, post ramble. Well, I'm going to go into comments. So I'm going to sign out for the recorded version. I'm going to look through comments in a minute and see if we've got any. And if not, I'm going to go paint some more. All right. As far as the weekly ramble, it's been real. I will see you next time.
Bebop.
Boom. All right. Let's see. Let's see who's out here. Very exciting. Wow. Let's see. Circumstances often navigate, but ships sail, says Blender of Zombie. Yeah, I have a friend who says people don't change, situations do. And he is a wise mentor, I think. Because I had a friend visit me once from or a while back. I had lost touch with him. I hadn't seen him since high school, and so he went into this tirade where he was very paranoid about where he put money because, something could happen. It would just disappear, and, it's very just, um, talking about it like it was happening. And then, you're getting into the conversation, and he talks about I mentioned something about when we were younger, and he's like, "I'm a much different person than that neurotic little boy." And I was like, "Yeah, you just told me this story about losing all your money, and, I don't think you've changed as much as you think." At our core, we we're we're us. Let's see. Blender Zombie. Shout out, man. Time makes us wiser, grow like a tree. Yeah. Let's see. Best part of art for me has always been the medical byproduct of the process. The destination is the goal, but the steps in the way are the most beautiful part of the steps. I like that. I'm processing the medical byproduct. You mean like health? Used to dig for bottles as a kid, found a couple of green Coke bottles and a few 30s with print. I got some bottles laying around too. It's like pulling gold from the ground. Yeah. I never found them, but I find them in stores, antique stores. The glass conductors were still up on some spots. Oh, that's cool. I've never seen them out. Like, yeah. What are you rambling about? Art. It's the artist Bebop. Alright. Goro Rivera. Great one to bring in guests. Yeah, I'm digging it. You talked about, like, collectors. I think that would be interesting. I need to do that. Often do I paint outdoors? Not very often. I have to paint at these hours, so it's rare. Usually, like, somebody has agreed to watch my kids indoors. I've tried painting with them outdoors, and it doesn't, gel too well. Yeah. Do I ever revisit the older work? Um, well, because of, like, it produced high volumes, um, I mean, some of it camps out here still. Some, well, these are too old, but I don't know. I mean, they're around, but I don't, and I guess sometimes, like, I'm looking through my archives for something. Yeah. There was an artist, on YouTube. I liked his video. He's so funny. I think he's still going. Rayart, Raeart, but he would talk about looking back through your old work and, but yeah, I do too, I forget that I make stuff. I think the best thing is, like, when somebody sends me a picture of something and I haven't seen that piece since, like, whenever they got it. I think that's cool. But yeah, I like, it's cool. It's not like these videos, I never will, look back unless I shouldn't say never, but I don't like to 'cause, it's weird, I don't know. Let's see. I have a piece by, Ashton, yeah. Let's see. Russian doll yeah, they do. Goro Rivera's saying these look like a Russian doll shape. I don't know. I'm thinking. I gotta make sure the paint was I know there's glass paint, but, I think those markers will work. We'll see. So I know the other paint would just, "I like your paintings, bra." Your puffy hair is nice too. Well, thanks. I got trimmed up for the birthday, but, my children freak out, and I'm like, "It comes back, like, you don't have to worry." Let's see. Yeah. Oh, wait. Looking through Facebook here. I know I missed some of the, I'll get better at this, but I think that's it, man. Thank you guys for hanging out. I guess, Twitter is one I don't, let's poke around here. Yeah, I was having trouble, like, balancing the live stream with like, how do I do that with, still do the segments? But you figure it out. It's that whole thing, like, you have to do something when you start doing instead of just thinking about it, thinking about how it's going to play out, um, it's a much better time. Let's see. I'm trying to see. No, I'm lost. Alright, I'll have to dig for Twitter next time. Or I don't know. Now I'm determined. There's no reason not to. I don't have the yeah, there's a pressure to, like, trying to format or make those make sense. I don't know if they do, but, yeah. I feel like the musings are more cohesive. Like, yeah, I love the, "What are you rambling about?" Like, stuff. Right. Alright. I think we've done it. I'm outta here, I think. Let's go paint. Let's go make stuff. Alright. See you guys next time.
Bebop.